Hello, it's Addy10, and I'm finally getting around to another episode of this series, How to Get a K.E.M strike, if you guys couldn't tell already by the title. I know that a lot of you guys do enjoy this series, and it definitely is a great way to improve as a player, and I'm definitely going to carry on doing it. I just had a little bit of a break because I kind of wasn't getting the gameplays that I kind of wanted for this series, and then I ended up kind of forgetting that I even done this series until a subscriber reminded me on a previous video, so thank you to whoever that was. And yep, here's another episode of that. And today's video is clearly on the map OCTANE, and this gameplay is actually quite a good example. Even though it's not too great of a gameplay, it definitely does show what you want to do on this map. You can tell that I'm trying to do what I'm about to tell you. So as you can see right here, the enemies are spawning at A flag. You literally want to run up and down this kind of area of the map, and I may go back over there, maybe not, but if I don't, I'll just go over it a little bit later, because right now we're going to flip over to the C flag. And in C flag, I tend to either come in this building, not too often. The main area you kind of want to be is to the building to my left that I'm probably about to run into after I kill this guy here. So this is the main building where most of the enemies do tend to run to, and I usually like to stay around this area of the building where I am right here, because then you can pick off people that spawn to the right. There's actually a spawn point right there where I killed that guy from, and also people don't tend to see you first if they come into the left doorway, so I feel like it's the safest place to be when you're in that building. And then that's kind of like a main area where lots of enemies do like to go when they come out of the spawn too. And if you haven't noticed from all the other episodes too, there does seem to be a bit of a pattern here. Pretty much most of the areas where I like to be on the maps are areas where the enemies are going to be coming out of when they spawn. You don't want to be right into the spawn because of course that can cause trouble with flipping, which is why the best thing to do is kind of stay in an area where lots of enemies are going to be going to, or a place where you can get lots of angles on enemies that are running out of the spawn. And as you can see right there, I went back into that building. That building on the left where people do tend to camp in quite a bit. I don't usually go into that building too often because it is quite a dangerous building. People expect there to be enemies in there more than they would expect in most other buildings. And also, of course, it is danger of IEDs because people do like to sit up there a lot with their IEDs guarding their back. And as you can see, I'm just repeating the same cycle over and over. I check in here, kill a couple of people, run out, run into the building onto the left, and try and get people from all the spawn points that I do know of. So that's pretty much covers everything on the C flag side, and I'm going to go over the guns and things you want to be using on this map. And this map is definitely one of the best maps in the game. I know that in Ground War, it's probably the best map in Ground War if any of you guys do play that. I don't really play it too often, but maybe I'll give it a bit of a go more often. Maybe I'll get some fast chem strikes, something like that in Ground War. But yeah, this map is a very good map, and it kind of is very versatile. Assault rifles and submachine guns are definitely usable. I would say I probably would lean to more of the assault rifles on this map, but if it was an assault rifle, I wouldn't really pick something like the Remington R5. I would pick something that is really good at medium to short range instead of something that's maybe good at medium to long range, because in this map you do kind of want to be getting up in the enemy's faces, and you don't really want to be sitting back up on them balconies, which many people do seem to do, but in reality that isn't the best thing you guys want to do. You want to be up in the spawn, and that's the best way how you're going to utilise the spawn points and manage to pick up a lot of kills, and kills even a bit faster, and that definitely does help towards getting a K.E.M strike. And I don't know if I go back over to the A flag side at all, so I'm going to go over it quickly now. You saw at the beginning the main kind of A flag building, there's a strip club area, and you kind of want to avoid that. You can go in it occasionally, but it isn't really the best option. You want to be in the building that's opposite A flag. I don't know if you guys get the one that I mean. I may put a little clip here right now of the room that I'm talking about, because that building is, of course, once again, opposite A flag, and that is where the enemies do like to spawn. A flag isn't the best place you want to be. Of course, always you want to have the enemies at C flag on this map, just because it's much easier, because there's kind of a lot more different ways they can get out of A flag, whereas C flag there isn't. So in A flag, you pretty much just want to run up and down that building. Occasionally, you can go into the strip club if you don't seem to be getting too much activity by the A flag building. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over. Of course, you did see me get the K.E.M strike right there. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.